Hi, everyone. My name is Jenny Wiley, and I will be the co-moderator for this upcoming event called the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit, which will be held January 24th through the 28th in 2022. Business colleagues Alison, Proffit and Mundo are holding this second virtual summit geared towards business owners who are looking to elevate their success in 2022 from a soul-aligned place. I am so excited to host this spotlight interview with our fabulous organizers, Alison and Amanda, so that you can get to know more about the summit and them a little bit better. So Alison, thank you so much for joining us on this spotlight interview. Let's start with you. Why did you decide to create a summit for soulful entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so there's obviously a story behind the whole thing, but just for the spirit of this, I'll keep it short and sweet. So I had tried to start my own business 4 times, unsuccessfully. I don't like to use the word failure. It was just unsuccessful because I learned a lot from those 4 times. And every time that I was trying to follow the recipes for success that I was out there trying to follow and trying to model, there always kind of felt like something that was dissonant, something that didn't fit me, something that wasn't aligned with me and who I am and how I want to show up in the world. And then this time when I created Profit Coach, my business, I really realized that if I was going to do this business and feel really excited about waking up every morning and doing all the things, I really had to feel joyful in all of it. And so I decided that I was going to try to take a path that was just more in line with me and let go of you have to do this in this order, and you have to be doing these things, and you have to be doing these things, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I really just recognized that my way was going to work well for me. And when I started to just fully step into that and own it, success really just became effortless. And I think that that's what a lot of entrepreneurs are seeking. And as I moved a little further in my business, I did start to bring in more things around embodiment practices. So bringing breath work into what I do and doing meditation with my clients and, pulling oracle cards and bringing that soulful aspect into the business world. And I realized that people wanted ease and alignment and this feeling of like, oh, how I am in my life, I want to show up that way in my business. So the spirit of the summit is to bring together other people who are doing that well. And those are our contributors, our speakers, our panelists, our sponsors. And then using this as an opportunity to build community of other people who are trying to do business in a soulful way instead of the traditional old school way.
Love that, Alison. And I can really feel that journey of moving away from the grind and the hustle and more into the flow. And I love how you're bringing it to all of us as soulful entrepreneurs. Amanda, I would love to hear more from you about what actually is the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit. Give us the nuts and bolts.
Well, Jenny, it's just the most magical place in the world. I mean, I'm sorry, I just have to say it definitely is. So the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit is comprised of 5 themes. It's a 5-day summit where we really dive in to soulful mindset, soulful money and time, soulful messaging, soulful community, and we bring it all together on day 5 with a day of holistic success. And so this is where we really dive into these areas of what a soulful entrepreneur is actually comprised of, and we bring it together so that we could start building not only this summit and bringing people together, we're building a community, a tribe of people that can really come together. They're like-minded, and we could just explore this amazing opportunity of building our own desires and building our own destinies as we move along in our paths. We are going to have panelists, we're going to have amazing speakers, we're going to have wonderful activities, and we're going to have networking events so that we can really get to know and talk and get to know each other as we move along in the summit.
Amazing. I can really sense that wholeheartedness that you all are bringing to this summit. So thank you for sharing that. Alison, if someone is watching this and wondering, is this summit really for me? Who would you say the summit is for? Let us know.
Yeah, so I would say there's two different kinds of entrepreneurs. So obviously it's an entrepreneur summit, if that's given in the title. And it's for entrepreneurs that are already in their businesses and they're really wanting to scale their business, but they're maybe feeling a little bit of that burnout and have that worry of, well, if I scale, like I'm already a little stressed. So how do I scale without like losing my soul, right? And then it's also for those people that are either at the very beginning of their entrepreneurial journey, or maybe they're thinking of like dipping their toe into it, but they're just like, well, I don't think I'm cut out to be a business owner. So those people, we want to invite them into it as well, because you're going to witness through our contributors how you can actually have a business and not fall into the hustle and the grind, and really just leverage your strengths and do your business in your way and trust that you're going to feel your way through that. But it requires that you're in community. So that's really who I would say the event is for.
Amazing, amazing. And I can say firsthand, after experiencing the summit in 2021, you all are attracting a really incredible community of entrepreneurs and those who are enthusiasts of entrepreneurs. So thank you for that. Amanda, these attendees are going to be investing their time sharing it with us during this summit. So what are the things that they can expect to walk away with, those tangibles?
Everyone attending the event can definitely expect to walk away with tips, with tools, strategies, and that they can use on with their business right then, right that week. I mean, they could start implementing these things to help their businesses scale and soar. And of course, the best thing, which I feel like is so important, is the community. You're going to be able to have many more connections and network with people who are like-minded, so that we can all grow our businesses. Because as Alison and I know Jenny understands, is there's opportunity and for all of us to succeed. And that's how we get into it. And make sure that we can all just grow and thrive. And we're really looking for that. And that's why this is, as you see, that's why this event is the beginning of every year, because we want to give you that fuel to really drive forward and continue continue growing every year. And also, one more thing, I'm sorry, is there are going to be many amazing moments that you just have to be there to truly enjoy and understand. And those moments, we saw that in our first event in 2021, where we had these moments with all of us, and we were all just on the same energetic level. And it's amazing to be able to do that virtually. And, that was something we were happy to see at the end of the summit. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's so incredible. And those tangible and intangible moments are just something you have to be a part of live in order to experience it. And so I hope that those of you who are interested in joining will be able to join live. But there are other moments that I know that we're going to be creating for the Soulful Entrepreneur community. One of the places that we have set up for the Soulful Entrepreneurs is a new private Mighty Networks group. This was launched during last year's summit, and we're really hitting it hard, creating a space where we can have different places to connect beyond the summit. So if anybody's interested in joining, that's going to be a very awesome, fun place where we can be connecting. Just be sure to get your ticket and you'll be able to join right away. So, of course, in addition to this incredible summit that you both are creating, and then I'm helping co-create with you, you have your own businesses. So tell us a little bit more about your own businesses. Amanda, let's start with you.
Okay, well, my business is Social Hero Brands. It's all about the pie with Social Hero Brands, and that's purposeful messaging, intuitive systems, and everlasting client experience. It's all about your digital footprint and your presence and how your brand shows up online. And so really being able to strategize how you do that each and every year, each quarter, what is going on in your business that you could share with your audience and that really reflects your brand's identity. And so that's definitely been a passion of mine. And I'm so excited that it's beginning to just grow into into having entrepreneurs come in and even training internal labor, like their employees or things like that, so that they can actually continue no matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey. There's definitely a way for you to show up online confidently and continue to grow. And so I serve service-based businesses, and yeah, we help you shine online.
I love that. As a fellow brand geek, I just adore the work that you're doing, Amanda. So well done. Alison, share with us a little bit more about Profit Coach and what you do with your services.
Yeah, so I am a holistic business coach. And so what I do through Profit Coach initially, I think like sharing my brand journey is actually a part of the story, right? So I initially started this business doing marketing strategy consulting. I had worked as a salesperson at Constant Contact, which is a digital marketing company. So I learned a ton about sales and a ton about marketing. So I initially started doing marketing strategy consulting, and I was profitable in my first month. And I really realized the power of the sales knowledge that I had gained. Because remember, I had tried to start 4 other businesses and I didn't succeed because I didn't know how to sell. And so I moved into doing sales coaching and helping people put their packages together and identify their pricing, and then teaching them how to actually be able to talk about those things in sales conversations, how to ask for the money, how to overcome the objections. And then as I was diving more into that work, it really, it showed up for me that all of my previous business experience, I worked for 15 years in the HR field, all of that was starting to really get leveraged, and people were leaning into having me answer questions about all different businessy things, operations and hiring people and things of that nature. And the mindset work that has to happen in order for all of those other pieces come together, I think it's so important that we're not just looking at the business, like who this person is in their business and how this business is operating, but it requires that you're looking at yourself as the individual. So it's like a combination of life coaching with business coaching, and then integrating that coaching with actual consulting and training. And it's really this very immersive experience. I'm not just kind of asking you a bunch of powerful questions. I'm sharing stories about my journey. So it's not that pure coaching. It's me sharing my experience, peeling the curtain back on my business. And my clients always say that they love that I give them like that real picture, you know, and the strategy, the tagline that I've really leaned into in the last year, and this really came after the summit in 2021, is that joy is your best business strategy. And often the plan is your intuition. And so helping people lean into that, while also giving them the tangible skills to execute on the things, that's what Profit Coach is all about. It's not about just the profit, which is, by the way, my last name. I mean, money is great, but most people that are soulful entrepreneurs, it's more about all the other stuff that happens when we're doing the work that our soul is called to do. The money will follow, but it's not the most important revenue marker.
Yes, amazing. And who would have thought that you would experience so much gratitude today for those 4 businesses that did not come to fruition, because you have that deep knowing of what that experience is like, and you can translate that into the work that you do with your clients. That's so amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to kind of like throw another comment out there, kind of related to what Amanda and you were saying about like showing up live, because the magic is in those moments. And you know, a lot of times people will sign up for things like this and they'll be like, well, I'll watch the recordings, but this summit is very interactive. It is not a format where it's like you don't get to be on the screen. Like, we ask you questions, we do breakout rooms, so it's very, very engaging. So like the recordings are fine, but like the magic is in the moment, and moments can't be replicated. And I just remember, this is the second time we're doing the event. And the first time we did the event, there were lots of plans and, you know, structure and order. And then we showed up in the moment, and some of those plans got cast to the side. And there was more magic that happened in those in-between conversations that were not always captured on the recording, that it really affirmed that when you follow your intuition, and when you lean into doing what your soul is speaking to you and not worrying about it, not judging, is this the right thing? I didn't practice this. This isn't in the script. But just speaking from the heart. It's like we modeled for people how to do that in the event. And so showing up live in the moment is where the magic is. And so I just remember there were tears, bring your tissue boxes. People were like, you should say bring tissue boxes as well as your notepad and pen, because there were real magical moments, and people walked away from the event in 2021 and they said that it changed their life. And that's not what I was even setting out to do. So to know that that's what happened in this event that was created from our heart is, gratitude, like you were saying, just so much gratitude around all of the different pieces. So I just wanted to kind of wrap up with that little reflection of like the awe that I experienced of like creating the event, but then also just being there, experiencing the event while we were making it happen as well.
Absolutely. I love that, Alison. Thank you for sharing that. And if you're watching this and wondering if, you know, you should be a part of this, we really encourage you to show up and share. You know, Amanda and Alison have shared their stories today about their entrepreneurial journeys and what they're sharing and how they're showing up in their soulful selves. And we know that you have a story too, and we want to hear it, and we want you to be a part of this community. So if you're listening to this video, we want to personally invite you to join us for the 2022 Soulful Entrepreneur Summit. You can get more details and register for your ticket at getsoulfulsuccess.com. The link is going to be available in the description below, and we cannot wait to see everyone at the end of January 2022. Amanda and Alison, thank you so much for what you've created and for showing up today and sharing your story in this space. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny. We'll see everybody soon.